The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing first play is Lance. That one complete downfield to Eskridge. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Ready?
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Down inside the 40. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Lance.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 30. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Brissett to throw on first. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Brissett's throw taken in by Samuel.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returnable here from the 38. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands of Fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On first down, Lance. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Derek Young, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Niners had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Throwing on first down is Lance. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance escaping the pressure right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On play action, Lance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Brissett's throw into the hands of Lockett. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 1st down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action now. Brissett rolling to his left. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56.
Brissett sets to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Brissett fighting, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Rolling to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Ready. 52 blue.
Lance now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit?
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action with Brissett. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Lance now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A first down throw for Brissett, and that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
4th down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards, the final tally.
43.
Here's Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And Lance now to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control.
You ain't gonna burn me.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Play fake, Brissett.
They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Brissett. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 31, Brissett. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing, Brissett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 2nd and a couple. Brissett. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Charlie Werner from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. From the gun, it's Lance. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Myers' kick is good.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Right there, 56. Here we go.
First down, Brissett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd and very short, Brissett, the tight end Kittle, has it on the left side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Brissett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd and 10. Lance eluding the pressure. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Watch out now. 50 fury.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. To throw is Brissett.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brissett. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Give them the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. All right, T, let's go.
A gear for Walker running right.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.